So now is the most important part of the exhibition, and the story behind is linked to Ghana, Poland, and Natalia, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so
Natalia is the creator of the exhibition.
So what we decided to do is to place these two paintings as you walk in. The two portraits, both speaking about identity, and both of them have a very strong message. One is by Amwako Buff, Ghanaian artist, at the moment best sold Ghanaian artist in the world, one of the best sold artists in the world actually. And the other one is of Eva Juszkiewicz, best sold Polish artist. So there are like top names in terms of the art market, but also both represented by Larry Nicholson, famous galleries, so very difficult to get. Amwako is speaking about identity of black people, and he refers to his situation when he came to study in Vienna and felt out of place there. And he created his distinguished style where he paints the skin with his fingertips. So it's very distinguished from the background. Eva Juszkiewicz is painting women, refers to the old painting, to the old masters, but what she does is she covers their faces with hair, with plants, so that she presents portraits of women without faces. So beautiful pieces. For example, this piece by Opemsuo, Polish artist from Krakow, is made of porcelain, very delicate, porcelain, yes. He made everything by hand, and later on he was putting the pieces together, step by step. The tree, as you can see, stays white, pristine, beautiful, and delicate. However, there is this red liquid here, which can be connected to something a little bit disturbing, maybe a fear, but the roots are covered with the red liquid, but they do not absorb it up. So tree stays pristine.
We'll go under the hammer with the main dance. So you're preparing this exhibition for more than 11 months?
Yes.
So there is the artistic council, the group of distinguished people, experts here, who are choosing with us which work of art will go under the hammer. So that's why the representation of Morocco, Ibrahim Mama.
Yes,
she
fantastic piece by Ibrahim Mama.
Yes.
Actually, he never donates to donate because he has his own projects, charity projects. But for us, he made the exception because we also support his project. He created this work especially for us. It's from the leftover fabrics of wax print that we found in Accra on the market. As usual, his practice is to reuse something that's not. The same artist as the same artist as the sculpture that was outside. We'll use two works actually. Philip Colbert is a British artist and together with his wife Charlotte they live in London. And Philip is the author of the beautiful sculpture out there. So we have something more of a pop-up style. We're very lucky because we got a donation of Konstantin Brankowski's work, the father of the modernists when it comes to sculpture, the most famous sculpturist who turned the sculpture into the modern form. And actually recently, a week ago, his sculpture was sold in Christie's during an auction for $107 million US. It's called The Light of the Mind. So you can see the red ball, the gold ball at the end. It's the light, it's the mind, it's the idea. And you can see a person here who really is at the very end of the journey, the end of the struggle. And it shows how much effort and work you need to put in something to create something beautiful and unique. And we also believe it refers to our organization, our foundation, because whatever we do, we try to put as much of it as possible. Being surrounded by this, being presented next to Brankus, next to Bakanovic, next to Amwako Ibrahim, can be a game changer, can be something very important for them. We want to, as a foundation, want to be a platform for young artists. We want to help them out. We have programs that we support young artists.
That we are supporting.
Magdalena Bakanovic, is one of the most important artists actually in Poland. She had an exhibition in Tate Modern. Usually she does sculptures of humans, but bird is a representation of humans because he's flying away, spreading his wings, still very much grounded and stable to the ground. This is two important works of art which are connected very close to Africa. Very close, yes. Paula Paduka is a Nigerian artist who portrayed in here two horses in a beautiful stepping moment of a kiss during the Opa festival that's happening in Nigeria. So there is a lot of things happening, dynamic, color, and she just wanted to capture the beautiful stories. She's a Polish artist who's been going to Kenya for several years to help, to support the school there, to help. He met Eriko. This is a portrait of Eriko. Eriko made a big impact on him because Eriko was a fantastic, beautiful person with a big smile, volunteer, teaching children math, helping. And 1 year after the artist created this portrait, Eriko unfortunately died. So he was left with this portrait of his dear friend to mourn him. And actually a week ago, mother of Eriko flew here to Poland from Kenya. It was the first time that she got on a plane, the first time that she left her country, and she came here to make a tribute, to make a memorial.
For that, putting efforts, working.
Polish artist, daughter of very famous Polish artist. Pola presents in her work Alcyna, who's a witch from who's a witch from Ludwik Ariosto's poem. Alcyna is turning her lovers into animals, so you can see her. So you can see her. She turned her lovers into animals. She's wearing sacks, which were used for transportation of cocoa, of oil, of imported goods. Of course, it refers to the transport between Africa and Europe. It refers to the very dark history, but again, reusing the elements that are no longer useful. And as you walk in, a beautiful piece by one of our favorites.
The most important part of this exhibition, which is actually the common denominator of our this year's season of charity, because it's rooted in our trying. So we want to present in front of Polish audience, international guests, where is the beginning of our foundation, where is the beginning of our mission. And we want to present the truth about the beauty of the heritage, legacy, culture, and effort. So Ms. Monica spent a few weeks in Katowice, and she will really briefly talk about this part of the exhibition. Yeah? And we must say that people who are just entrancing here in the exhibition, they directly go right and want to see this, and they want to get to know what's going on. What's the message hidden behind these beautiful elements of our culture?
Maybe Monica can also say what are the reactions of people when you take them around here.
Because Monica is passing the information now, maybe in a very short way we can present, because your mother's to be judge. It's the story. It's the story. Monica, floor is yours.
It's dedicated for royal families, and it speaks about the high status and wealth. Then we have Obama Kente, that was created to honor the visit of Barack Obama in Katowice. And at the very bottom we have Advinas. Yes, that says all fingers are not the same and talks about the differences between them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Last year in Africa, artists. Yes, this is one of my favorite artists from Ghana, Cornelius Ano. Yeah, and Cornelius Ano. Yes, very good artist, and he was chosen by the Koyo, and the Koyo is really good art curator. She's supposed to. This is one of our students who we support. Ernestina, she was also one of our artists who represent our thematic fandom during more Phenomenaa.